Okay, good morning, students. Today we have to see the principles and process of biotechnology in a fourth lesson, chapter 4, principles and process of biotechnology. We already studied the first lesson over. Next, we pass on to the fourth lesson. Here, you have to study what are the techniques mostly involved in a biotechnological way and what are the process involved in a biotechnology. Then, what are the principles involved in biotechnological techniques. Okay, first one, what are the content it will based upon the biotechnology. First one, development of biotechnology, historical perspective, traditional biotechnology, advancements in modern biotechnology, then tools for genetic engineering, methods of gene transfer, screening for recombinants, transgenic plants and genetically modified crops, GMC, GMO food அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். Then application of biotechnology. These are the contents mostly focused by the fourth lesson. The first one, here in a traditional biotechnology we will study later. In kitchen biotechnology is nothing but the traditional biotechnology. In a modern biotechnology, the recombinant DNA technology is mostly used. Modern biotechnology, it embraces all the methods of genetic manipulation, modification by recombinant DNA and cell fusion technology. The major focus of biotechnology is fermentation process and biomass bulk production and also biofuels for production, enzymes as biosensors, microbial inoculants. These are mostly focused in a modern biotechnology. One by one you have to see in a fermentation process. In a fermentation, production of acids, enzymes, alcohol, antibiotic, fine chemicals and vitamins and toxins. These are mostly produced by the fermentation by the modern method of biotechnology. Then biomass for bulk production of single cell protein, alcohol and biofuel is used. Then enzymes. What are the enzymes are there? That enzymes are mostly produced by in a biotechnological way as biosensor in processing industry. Then biofuels for production of hydrogen, alcohol, methane, and also there is a microbial inoculants as biofertilizers and my nitrogen fixers. These are mostly used for this biofertilizer and nitrogen fixes for there is a plant breeding or plant growth mostly used microbial inoculants. Then plants and animal cell culture for production of secondary metabolites, monoclonal antibodies. These are mostly used for plant and animal cell culture. Then the recombinant DNA technology for production of fine chemicals, enzymes, vaccine, growth hormones, antibiotics and interferon. These are used for this recombinant DNA technology. Then process engineering. Tools of biotechnology used for effluent treatment, water recycling. These are included in process engineering. Okay. The next one is bioreactor. Bioreactor or fermenter is that the fermenter is a bioreactor mostly used for fermentation process. This is the fermentation. It is a biosensor. Bioreactor is that there are two types of process mostly involved in that bioreactor. First one is upstream process, another one is downstream process. In upstream process, what are the techniques mostly involved? All the process before starting the fermenter, such as sterilization of the fermenter, preparation and sterilization of culture medium and growth of suitable inocula are called upstream process. The first one, upstream process. What are upstream process? Before the fermentation process, what are the things mostly taken by the steps? What are the steps taken by this one is nothing but upstream process. All the process before starting the fermenter, such as sterilization of fermenter, preparation of sterilization of culture medium and growth of the suitable inoculum are called upstream process. The next one is downstream process. All the process of the fermentation process is known as the downstream process. All the process after the fermentation process is nothing but downstream process. This process includes distillation, centrifugation, filtration, solvent extraction. Mostly this process involves the purification of the desired product. Okay, this is a bioreactor, diagrammatic representation of bioreactor. The motor is there, pressure gauge, pH probe, temperature probe also there. This left side there is a sterile nutrient medium also involved and impeller, oxygen, concentration of probe, then cooling jacket, and also there is a nutrient and inoculum, then steam, sparger. These are the parts mostly involved in a bioreactor. Okay, next one is procedure for fermentation. There is a procedure. What are the procedure steps involved in fermentation process? Depending upon the type of product, bioreactor is selected. You can select means which type of product is produced. That the way you can select the bioreactor. A suitable substrate is liquid medium is added at a specific temperature, pH, and then diluted. The organism, microbe, animal, plant cell, subcellular organelle or enzyme is added to it. Then it is incubated at a specific temperature for the specific time. The incubation may either be aerobic condition or anaerobic condition. Mostly anaerobic condition is there. Withdrawal of product using downstream process methods is there. You can collect the product from the downstream process after the fermentation process is over. Okay, next one, application of fermentation in industry. What are the application mostly involved in industries? First one, microbial biomass production. Fermentation has industrial applications such as microbial biomass production. Microbial cells biomass like algae, bacteria, yeast, fungi are grown, desired and used as source of the complete protein called single cell protein, which serves as human food or animal food. Then microbial metabolites. Microbe source components such as very useful to man and animals. These components are called metabolites, can be grouped into two categories. First one is primary metabolites. Metabolites produced for the maintenance of life process of microbes are known as primary metabolites. Example, ethanol, citric acid, lactic acid and acetic acid. Then secondary metabolites. Here in a secondary metabolites are those which are not required for the vital life process of microbes but have value added nature. This includes antibiotics such as amphotericin, Streptomyces nodosus, penicillin, Penicillium chrysogenum, streptomycin, Streptomyces criceus, tetracycline, Streptomyces aureus, alkaloids, toxic pigments, vitamins. These are mostly used for these secondary metabolites. Then microbial enzymes. Here with the help of this microorganism, the enzymes are produced that are nothing but microbial enzymes. The microbes are cultured, they secrete some enzymes into the growth media. These enzymes are industrially used in detergents, food processing, brewing and pharmaceuticals. Example, protease, amylase, isomerase and lipase. Then bioconversion, biotransformation or modification of the substrate. Fermenting microbes has the capacity to produce valuable products. Example, conversion of ethanol to acetic acid, vinegar. Isopropanol to acetone, sorbitol to sorbose. This is used in the manufacture of vitamin. Sterols to sterols. Then next one is, these are the four headings mostly used for this application of industries. The next one is another important topic, single cell protein. Single cell protein, SCP. Single cell proteins are dried organisms that are used as protein supplement in human foods or animal feeds. Single cell protein has high nutritive value due to their higher protein, vitamins, essential amino acids and lipid content. Okay, here some of the microorganisms are mostly used for production of single cell protein are as follows. First one, bacteria. Methylophilus methylotrophus bacteria. Cellulomonas alkaligenes, there is a bacteria. Fungus, Agaricus combustius, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, Candida utilis. Then algae, Spirulina, Chlorella, Chlamydomonas. These are mostly used for these organisms for algae, fungi and bacteria. Then what are the applications mostly in a single cell proteins? It is used as protein supplement. It is used in cosmetics products for healthy hair and skin. It is also used in poultry as the excellent source of proteins and other nutrients. It is widely used for feeding cattle, birds and fishes, etc. The next one is advances in modern biotechnology. Next class we will see what are the advancements in modern biotechnology. Okay, up to this one you have to read single cell protein. Thank you students, thank you one and all.